Good evening. What on earth?
I'm looking at your phone. It's gone live. Like we are.
Good evening.
Good evening, Joe. How are we?
All right.
Sorry, I feel like we've already done this once tonight. No?
Oh, yeah, because we're at the Jumper Punch. No, you can tell everyone.
Oh, we're at the Jumper Punch event at 5:30. We kicked off for about, 10, 20 minutes?
Yep. They had a live stage show in...
Was it Open Factory?
It's actually still going while we're recording. Yes.
Yeah,
Open
that's
Factory.
probably why we have like one listener.
Impressive. We did say that on the stage. I had about 100 people there. I said, well, if there's 100 of you here, no one's watching our stream tonight. So, we'll see how many we get. It'll be interesting. No, it's good to be back for another week.
It's good to be back. One less still.
Still one less. Yeah. Where is he?
Oh, he's at Danny's house. His father-in-law having a feed. Joe reckons he's going to call him.
We might give him a call in a couple of minutes. He reckons he's not going to pick up, but we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. He'll be back. He'll be back next week.
You can hear me eating. It's
the jerky.
It's the jerky because it's 3099 jerky.
No, you know what? We'll hit the sting first, and then you can do the sponsor. How about this? You can have a crack at all the sponsors
don't
tonight.
do that to me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It was clean. It was clinical. Like, we executed to perfection.
Now, I'd like to actually go into a few stats because, and I questioned Charlie about a month or so ago.
That is so frustrating as a fan. All you needed was an extra 2-3%.
On the podcast, you're a shit person. You're arrogant. You're obnoxious. I'm sick of it. And I reckon I've got 2 more episodes in me.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 145 of the Almost Blues Brothers podcast. It is the week that our season begins. The Carlton season begins. Stop moving this. I had these perfect.
I'm so sorry.
Bring this across. Just push it across. More. It's the week that the Carlton Football Club season will begin for 2025. I'm excited. We're here on the Blue Broad Network for the night. Jules is about to go and tell you about all the lovely sponsors here. But here on the Blue Broad Network, as we are every Sunday, if you're here and you're watching live, thank you. Get into the live chat. Interact with us throughout the night. Let us know what your thoughts are as we go. If you're listening on Spotify, hit that follow, hit the bell for notifications and episode updates, and hit that 5 stars as well. It really helps us too. And hit the like and subscribe for Blue Broad. Jules, do you want to tell everyone about our lovely sponsors for the year?
I can definitely do that, Joe. And first, cab off the rank, we have St. David Dairy. Unbelievable milk, apparently. I haven't had it yet because Joe's just a very selfish human being. Apparently, they have the best ice cream in town.
Yep.
In town or in the world?
Best ice cream
in the world.
Yep.
You sure about that?
In the world.
You've had every single ice cream in the world.
I've traveled a lot. I've had a lot of ice cream across the world. It's the best ice cream I've ever had.
All right. Sorry.
Where can you find St. David Dairy, Jules?
In the northern suburbs?
Yeah, where? Just have a guess. Which suburb?
Northgate? Is it
Fitzroy North?
Fitzroy North. That's
Concept store and cafe.
It's a stone throw away. Anyway, get down there, have some brunch. I'm yet to be invited by Joe, but what a place to be. Next cab off the rank, we've got 3099 jerky.
That's still St. David Dairy. That's their coffee.
Oh, is it? Sorry. This is their
Coffee's
coffee.
good too. Yeah, keep going.
But to be fair, what I've been munching on is the main product, obviously.
Just stop touching the milk. Move on to jerky.
The jerky is unreal.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know, Joe's obviously arming and ahhing about this salt and vinegar jerky, but of course he's devoured it and hasn't left any for me.
That's unbelievable.
I don't know if Dan's going to be able to eat any of this come next Sunday because I reckon it'll all be gone.
Well,
all the jerky.
We've gone through a fair bit. It's 3099, yeah.
3099.
You like it, do you?
Oh,
what's your favourite flavour?
To be fair, I actually like the teriyaki from last week, but I think the OG has it for me.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, the blue. So if you want any 3099 jerky, hit them up. What a feed. And also
what else have we got?
All powered by Mavros Studios.
Yeah.
Mavros.
Yeah.
Here in Preston.
Yep.
Is it Preston?
Yeah.
It's just off Bell Street. So if you need any
fantastic studios. Look at this. What a setup.
What a setup.
Unbelievable.
If you need any studio space, this is the place to be for any of that because it just is.
They're good.
Obviously Carlton supporter too.
Anyone else?
Which helps.
No, that's not it.
Oh, Vortex.
Petrov's going to kill you.
That's right. He doesn't even listen anyway. I was actually speaking to him today. Other football related.
Preston,
different
South
code.
Melbourne,
Yeah,
yeah.
in Preston,
We'll talk
South
about that in a
Melbourne,
minute,
9,040 people there.
Yeah. Get more there
but,
than they get a GWS game.
To be fair, I actually love some of his shorts. So if Petrov is listening, I'd
Yeah.
like some shorts.
We can show off more gear if Petrov wants, but yeah,
I don't know if
absolutely.
he's
Hit
gonna
up
be-
vortep.com.au maybe. I don't
Something
know.
like that.
Google it. Google Vortep. Great gear. Great gear. Well done, Jules.
Do
Did
my
well.
best, do my
So I'll
best.
put you on the spot. You did well. All right, we're going to try something here.
and sponsored
No,
by-
we're not sponsored by BB yet. Not yet. We're going to try something here. He might pick up. He might not. Let's see. I hope everyone can hear this at home.
There's no chance he's picking up.
If he doesn't pick up,
He said his father-in-law's with Ale.
Hi, you've contacted Daniel.
You know what that goes to
Patterson
show?
from Toyota Health and Performance.
He's not listening.
he's not watching as usual. He's not listening. He doesn't care. No, Dan will be back. I can guarantee Dan will be back next week. He is back next Sunday. He has told me he's back next
I
Sunday.
was speaking to him.
He wanted to be back tonight.
What's now time now? 10:07, more
Yeah.
or less.
Yeah.
I was speaking to him a couple of hours ago. He said he's going to be there Thursday night in the flesh at the game.
Yeah, so he will definitely be back on the podcast next Sunday. When I say he's been sick, I know we've said it for the last, he's been crook. Like for Dan, anyone that knows Dan, for Dan to be sidelined for as long as he's been sidelined, he's sick. So he'll be back. Don't stress. He's still got me and Jules for tonight and for this week. But the band's back together properly next week for the first time in 2025. But until then, and for tonight, Jules, outside of our jumper punch appearance in Reservoir,
Tommy.
what's going on? You went out with our parents last night.
I did. And
You want to
maybe
give a shout out to anyone?
I don't know. Not really like a big shout out, I would say, but it was good to go out with both of our parents. It was a nice. The feed was good. Maybe not the place in terms of
I've been out with-
they weren't very hospitable.
I've been out.
I'm not talking about our
hospitable.
hospital.
He said hospital again. You did this last
Hospital.
year.
No, I did not.
He said hospital.
Oh, here we go. Sorry. The actual joint wasn't very. I'm not going to.
The service was
Yeah,
crap.
it was terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Where was it?
we're having a. I can't say because it's a very niche suburb. So if I do say that, I reckon, and if I mention the type of like venue, I reckon it'll give it away. So I'm not going to do that just in case they're a listener.
Albert Park Hotel.
No, it wasn't.
it wasn't?
No, it wasn't.
Middle Park Hotel.
Oh, no.
It was.
There you go. Anyway,
They're not sponsoring, is it?
yeah, like it wasn't that good, but the food was actually decent. To be fair, and the company even better.
I have been out for dinner just on my own with both of our sets of parents
Mhm.
to the Retreat Hotel earlier in the summer, and it is a good night usually. With,
Oh no,
with them.
the retreat's very good.
But I'm saying the company.
That's where I came back to life the last time I
You
went
did for your Bucks party. The Retreat Hotel in Abbotsford. If anyone's ever there, just imagine Jules stumbling in, didn't know where he was, and then it took him 2 hours prior to that to start to come good, and then another 20, 30 minutes once we were there, and then he was back to life. Back to life. It's like Jesus resurrecting.
on the cross.
Genuinely.
Yep.
All right. We've spoken enough shit. I think let's without any
Oh
further
no,
ado.
no, don't want to talk about Preston. Oh no, we're here in Preston. Oh no, other code. Nah, other code.
It was a good game. Preston, South Melbourne.
Well,
9,040 people there. I think there was like 7,000 people watching on YouTube at one point.
Yeah, maybe
was big.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
big
big
game.
Big game.
Uh,
Flares.
Preston got
Maybe we need that at the AFL.
Preston got the win, yeah.
Yes, 2-0.
Without any further ado,
Let's get into it.
all right. So no game to review this week. We haven't played yet, but round one is upon us, and the season is upon us. We've had two games in footy. Hawks, Sydney. Hawks looked pretty good. Sydney looked pretty bad, to be honest. And there was another game earlier today, which was nice to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch all of it, just bits and pieces, but
There's
yeah,
a certain black and white.
the Pies
filth.
didn't look any good.
They looked terrible. But it was so
Yeah,
good.
obviously early on in the season.
Nah, they didn't look like they could move the ball, to be honest. So, but yeah, so we'll have them in a few weeks. We're doing a preview for that game. that'll come up pretty quickly. But tonight, I don't know how long this episode's actually going to go. Could actually be a bit of a shorter ep. Is there any Blues news outside of the debutantes we'll speak about when we get to our actual round one preview? Any other Blues news floating around at the moment?
I'm trying to think. I mean, the only other sort of discussion or talking points that we could have is in terms of how the media are probably doubting us
Great call.
a
Let's
little
go.
bit.
Yeah, go for it.
So
What have you said?
there's probably more. I think there's another person in mind that I just can't remember their name. It might have been Kane Corns as well, but it was definitely David King, as well as Buckley. That was on the couch.
Yep.
They're sort of doubting us, not having us in the 8. So for me, I actually don't mind it in a way. I think we're one of those teams. I think Buckley did say it. We're one of those teams that could make top 4 or finish outside the 8. I actually seeing us more making the 8 definitely and higher up the picking order in terms of the top 4 as well this year. Obviously being injury free, I think will be pretty good. But I feel like as if that discussion isn't a bad one at this stage of the season, because it is, for us, the season really hasn't started, and I think we're just quietly humming and doing our own business, and hopefully we can have the footy do the talking.
It's definitely been quieter for us in the offseason outside of.
Yeah, but even then, it was actually reasonably quiet.
Yeah, even outside of the Sayers debacle, it has been pretty quiet. So I tend to agree. It seems like we're flying under the radar.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah, which is nice, because usually we are a big topic of discussion for many pundits this time of year.
Like even the Walsh and Charlie Curnow situations in terms of being back for round 1 or not, I feel like as if that isn't even being given like the limelight as well.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Like even amongst Carlton supporters, like it's not really a big. It hasn't been like as broadcasted as it has been in the past, or it would have been.
No, definitely. Yeah, I guess it lets us go about our business without any external noise, which is nice for once. I mean, it's still been a very eventful off-season. 2 ACLs. One ACL, 1 patella tendon. So 2 season-ending injuries, a dick pic, some other key names with a shortened preseason. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, that's pretty standard for us, really, as a club. Like that's probably still below standard to some of the drama we've had to deal with in past years, right? So, yeah, it's been a pretty quiet off season. I hope that's allowed them to hone in as a group and focus on their internal goals rather than listen to any external noise. But on the topic of David King and Nathan Buckley, I'm kind of in two minds myself at this point. Now, we're going to go through our top 8. I'm very optimistic in my top 8 where we're going to finish and what we might do for the year. But I feel like we're a team this year where it's going to go one of two ways. We're either going to be very good or the wheel's going to fall off. I don't think there's a middle ground. I don't think we will see what we've seen last year where we just finished 8th. We were sort of treading water in the second half of the season. We just made it. We fell in and the results showed for what they were. I actually think we're about to explode or we're about to drop off. I don't know what you think about that, but I can't see a middle ground for this group at this point.
I see us being consistent. I don't see us falling off at all. I see us being consistent because I feel like as if that's where our list is at. Yeah, I just feel like as if that's where our list is at. But another thing as well, that's probably, to be fair, I think the media could have ran with it a little bit more with something that Cook did say during the week, where he actually did say the goal was pretty much, and I'm paraphrasing here, but the goal is pretty much being top 4.
Mm-hmm. Which it should be.
Yeah,
I still think that should be our goal every year.
And
every year.
Correct. But like usually clubs, they don't really not retaliate, but they don't really announce it.
Yeah.
Especially like the playing group or the coaching group. Usually it's, week by week and, all very cliche. But Walsh did speak about it again post that, because I think it was on Triple M or something like that during the week, only 3-4 days ago. And he didn't really didn't even mention top 4 at all when he was asked and answered the question. So he's a bit more level-headed.
Well, a few players have sort of been a bit more level-headed, I think, this offseason. Even Cripps has sort of spoken about he's really happy with where his footy's at and where with his balance with life, and like he's found a sort of, I'm paraphrasing, but he was basically saying he's found a sense of purpose in the game outside of just winning a flag, essentially. Now, there's a lot of people that will maybe criticize players for saying things like that. Even Harry Mackay sort of alluded to the fact that like you're not really defined by winning a flag at the end of the day in your career. Like there's plenty of superstars. Gary Ablett springs to mind that didn't win a flag, right? And they're still superstars. Individually, yes, like it feels like the group as individuals are in a good spot. But from what I've heard, I just hope the cohesion as a unit when we're going through the season is a lot more cohesive than what we saw, especially last year. And I think they're at the point as a group where they should be. This is it now. This is like 2 years ago we spoke about our windows just opening. Last year we spoke about we're probably in the window. This is now, if you don't do it this year, that window is going to close very quickly. I believe, because there's other teams that are going to make significant strides around us. And I feel like with the core that we've got, they're hitting their peak. This is it.
Yeah, I agree slightly. I feel like as if we have still quite a few years ahead of us. Keys probably start hitting their peak around, 25, 26, 27. Harry and Charlie are 28 years old. Weeders is, a year younger, maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
TDK is 25-ish as well. So I think we still have 4 or 5 years,
yep.
I reckon.
I mean, maybe we do have 4 or 5 years where we can contend, but I think our best chance is now. I think this is it.
Yeah.
They're all in that, 27, 28, 29.
Our best players are starting to be, our best players between 25 and 30.
That's it. And that's where you need your best players to be at the same time. Like TDK, even, I think he's close to 25 now this year, right?
Yeah,
Same
25
Walsh, right?
minimum, yeah.
Yeah, this is it for me. Stephen Dunlop, whose jumper is that in the background? That is a player edition Guernsey from, I believe, the Geelong game, because it's the only game he played for us. Geelong 2020.
He actually played a decent game.
2 or 23? I can't remember.
No, I mean 22.
22. You were away.
No, I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
I was there that game.
Maybe it was 22. 22 or 23? I can't remember.
Oh, actually.
Maybe it's 23. 2023. We sponsored Will Hayes in 2023, and that is Will Hayes' player edition Guernsey. So if Will's watching, which he won't be.
That's the game he got reported.
Yes,
and
that was the only game. But
he played very well.
He did play well, but that is it's Will Hayes' jumper. So, yes, that's basically the outlook, I think, for us this year. I think we can both agree that, yeah, we're in the window. This is it. Now it's do or die for not just this year, but for the next couple of years at least. The only other bit of Blues news, it was a little one that got released during the week. Charlie Curnow is now a vice captain. He's not just part of the leadership group. So we've got 3 vice captains: Sam Walsh, Jacob Wiedering,
I must have missed that.
Charlie Curnow, and Cripper is sole captain again for the year. But I don't mind that. I think it's a good move. I think the club clearly believes in Charlie, not just as a player based on his talent, but to give him that sort of formal title. It's a big, it's a pretty big honour to be a vice captain of a football club. I like the way that we've structured it, to be honest. We've got a forward, we've got a defender, we've got a midfielder that sit underneath our key skipper. So you've got a voice across each line. I feel like that's what the club were trying to do with the leadership group.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. I'm just hoping the boys weren't looking for a title.
Nah, they wouldn't be. I don't think players look for that sort of stuff, to be honest. Actually, it was good to hear Sam Walsh talk about captaincy during the week. He was pretty.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he was in terms of the future
on Triple M during the week. Yeah. He's raring for it. He seems like he's still very much focused on being the leader of the club. Once Cripper's sort of hang up the boots.
That's a good question. I know we didn't really speaking about it, but who do you think would be the next captain it'd be between a Weeders and a Walsh?
It's Walsh.
So do you reckon it's Walsh?
Yeah, it's Walsh.
Okay.
Has to be. Absolutely.
When does Cripps relinquish it? Do you reckon it will be
when he retires?
when he retires.
Dual Brownlow medalist, you're not taking that off him. Cripps has earned the right to call his shots now, whenever he wants.
Okay.
Whether that be retiring, hanging up, relinquishing captaincy, whatever it is, he can call his shots whenever he wants.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what happens next. Because if that does happen, he's 30, 31 this year?
Yep.
Cripps?
Yep. About that.
Yeah, probably going towards 31.
I think he's 31 this year, actually.
Yeah, he's turning 31 this year.
No,
maybe 30.
I think he's 30. I think he's 30.
30.
Oh, no, actually, I'm 31 this year. Yes, I think he's 30. I think he's a year younger than me. I can't remember. He's either a year younger than me or the same age. So he's either 30 or 31. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, so what? He's probably got another 3-4 years in terms of being at his peak. Not peak.
Yeah, no, I'd say still another 3 years being
playing.
at the peak of his powers, yeah.
Yeah, like more or less. So depending on what he wants to do, obviously.
But we've got at least another. I know I can say we've got at least another 100 games out of him. I think he'll play 300 easily, unless his body just completely breaks down. But we've got at least another 100 games with Cripps.
Yeah.
So within that 100, you got to win a flag. That's how I look at it. He's 20. There you go. Radical motivation.
29.
He's 29, 30 this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's only just turning 30. It's not
okay. Yeah, so obviously he'll be able to. Yeah, I think come another 4 years. If Weeders is 20, he's probably close to 27 now. I reckon. So he's 30, 31 by the time he could get it.
He might even be 28 this year. Weeders 27, 28. I think.
Well, Charlie and Harry are 28.
Yeah, and it was the same draft year. So there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's not going to get it at 31, 32.
No, you're giving it to Walsh.
You give it to Walsh.
Walsh will be 27, 28.
I think it just makes sense.
Yeah. And then after him, it's a Jagger Smith or someone, whoever that next generation is, or whoever might not even be on the list at this point. There could be another player that comes through. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all we needed to cover off for an overall outlook for our season. What we're going to do now, we're going to change tact. Jules, we do this every year. What I should have done was gone back last year to check how close we were with our predictions. We do this every year. We go through a season review, so just an AFL season review, top 8 and Premier and whatnot, which we'll do now. But I've never actually checked how accurate we've been.
I think I would have been very accurate.
Yeah, right. I actually think you and I said Brisbane were going to be premiers from memory.
Yeah, I think so.
I know I definitely had the Lions as flag.
I think I did as well.
And I think you did. I think Dan had us.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, from memory. That's the only one that I can remember. So I can nailed that. And then
there's no chance we got the Coleman.
We didn't get the Coleman. No one got the Coleman. Brownlow we might have got. I think one or two of us said Cripps.
Yeah.
BNF, I think we all said Cripps. Maybe Walsh, one of us. But I think we were relatively. Our top 8 was nowhere. I remember we had some teams in the top 8 that were just. Nah.
But from the year prior, it wouldn't have been that much different though from the top 8. Compared to 2023.
I think there were 2 or 3 that dropped out in the end.
2 or 3.
Anyway, maybe I'll go through during the week and have a look. But I think
all the time in the world.
Oh yeah, I got heaps of time. I think for some of the categories were all right. So, all right, are you gonna lead this AFL season preview? Dan's not here, so he doesn't get to do this year. But AFL season preview.
So we're gonna go to the top 8 first, no?
You can do whatever you want.
That's what we discussed pre-show.
Yeah, go.
So let's go to the top 8.
So do we want to go? How do we want to do this? Do you want to just say your whole top 8 and then I'll say mine, or do you want to go 8th, 7th, and see if we've got any in the same
but
spot?
I didn't really do it in any particular order.
Well, you
like
should have.
that specific.
You should have.
I did my top 4 and bottom 8.
All right, so I'm sure you can work that out pretty quickly.
I've already done it. I'm sorry.
All right, who's in 8th?
I've got in 8th Fremantle.
Fremantle's a good shout.
No, we all know who the footy brain is.
No, 8th. I've got. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
I've got North Melbourne.
North.
Yep.
Do you reckon they're going to jump that much?
Yep.
You know, they only won they didn't even win 5 games last year.
Don't care.
They've got to win 13, 14.
Their midfield is very good. I think their midfield is actually very, very good. I think they've got enough ball winners, and Nick Larkey up top as well for them can kick. Wait, hear me out. Nick Larkey in the forward line, he's already proven he can kick 70 in a season. They've added Jack Darling. Yeah? As a foil. So it takes a little bit of the heat away from Larkey.
Yeah, so much.
It could. All right, but if you neglect Darling, because you think, oh, well, it's just Darling, he'll kick 3 or 4. No problem. He's still got a couple of years left in him. He looked good in the preseason match. I watched them. They were good. And then Paul Curtis is a freak. Cam Zerha's good. If Cam Zerha's their 4th best forward, mate, they could easily make top 8. Clarko at the helm. I've got North.
your North
have
is your
North-
surprise packet then, obviously.
Yeah, well, we'll be when we get there. Yeah, but
You've already announced it.
Yeah, of course, but we'll get there later. So in 8th, I got North. You had Freo, so we don't agree there. 7th, I've got Freo.
Who should you take out?
It was Geelong, but I think Geelong actually do drop off.
You took Geelong out.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got Hawthorn.
Okay.
I
mind
don't
that.
think they'll have the season as they did last year, but I still think they will make the 8. So
Yep.
I've got them in just.
Fair enough. 6th,
6th, I got Sydney.
I got the Suns.
Suns.
Yeah.
That could easily be a
The
surprise
Suns,
packet
the
too.
Suns play finals this year for sure.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't think
I reckon
that-
they're on the cusp of like a dynasty. They got too much talent there tonight.
Yeah, I just don't know if they have enough. Next. Sorry. Yeah, I said Sydney already, didn't I?
Yeah, that was in 6th.
They're 6th. Next, I've got in 5th spot. I got the Pies.
Adelaide.
Fuck, you got a few in the 8.
Yep, I got new. I've gone
Okay.
new
All right.
because I've gone stock standard in previous years and it hasn't worked. So Adelaide in 5th. I think they can jump up.
Okay. Then 4th,
Oh, the Hawks.
Hawks.
I
You
still
reckon
think
they'll
I still
back
think,
it up?
I think they backed
So
off.
you reckon they'll go even better than
They look
last
good.
year?
They looked good the other night against Sydney.
Okay. I got Geelong.
Yep.
In 4th.
In 3rd,
3rd, I've got, I don't really know 2nd or 3rd, but it doesn't really matter. I've got, because they'll play off against each other anyway. I got Carlton.
I got Swans.
A Carlton making the 8 or what in
Yeah.
your top 8?
Yeah, they're coming.
2nd, I've got GWS.
Carlton.
Okay. And then I've got Brisbane.
Oh, I didn't have Brisbane. In my top
Oh,
eight.
you're
to be fair, I did this like 30 seconds before the show.
Who's your first?
All right, so what I will do.
Who's your first?
What I'll do is I'm going to put the Lions.
Did you put Richmond
All right,
first?
Wait. Let me redo this. The Lions. I'll
Did you put the Ticks first?
Shush. Lions. I'll go 3rd. No, you're right. All right, so I've got North in 8th, Freo in 7th, Gold Coast in 6th, Sydney in 5th, the Hawks 4th, Lions 3rd, Blues 2nd, Giants 1st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Giants
Actually,
were...
that was a top 8 that I had the other day.
Okay. All right, that's good by you. Okay, so top 8 it has been rounded off.
We didn't have one the same in all that.
Nah.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's quite impossible. Not impossible, but
Anyway,
I think it's one of those challenging seasons where we're not sure.
Brisbane's
'Cause
good
even
sh-
Brisbane- 'cause-
Brisbane was a good shout though. I can't believe I didn't even think about
No,
Brisbane.
but even Brisbane, you know how it is.
I
in
mean, that
terms
could
of-
drop off. No Danaher, that's 60, 70 goals that they got to replace,
Correct.
right? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so I reckon, I mean, in no particular order in terms of the other areas or the other categories, but let's go with surprise packet. I mean, you've already mentioned yours
North Melbourne making the 8.
with North.
That is my surprise packet.
My
for the season.
surprise packet, they're no real surprise packet because in terms of like my ins into the 8, it's really only Fremantle,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't call them a surprise packet.
What about like a?
But but they're not going to be in there.
Are you saying Freo aren't going to be in there?
No,
okay.
I've got Fremantle in the 8, but I wouldn't call them a surprise packet
No,
from
they're,
last year.
no, they're definitely not.
So my surprise packet is Gold Coast.
Okay.
I think they'll finish 9th, and I think they just missed the 8 more or less last year in the last few years.
Okay.
But I think they'll play better footy.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
So I think that's the reason why I've got them a surprise packet, but I don't really have a surprise packet that's gonna do like what a Hawthorn did last year or what a JDOS or Carlton did last in 2023.
The Rambo in the chat, he says his surprise for the season is Jagger will play.
Oof. Yeah,
He can't. We've written him off. We
Well,
opened up that list spot. He actually
Lars,
can't. He can't
Joe
play.
Lars.
No, but he actually can't play.
oh, yeah, true.
He can't play. Maybe Newman. That
All
could be a
right,
surprise
so
packet.
I reckon we go next one, Spoon.
Yep. On the count of 3.
Are we going to say the full name?
What do you mean?
Like
the team.
Yeah, but Blues, or like in terms of
No, we're just saying. We're just saying the team.
All right, so 3,
It's
2,
Richmond.
Yeah, Richmond. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not
Yeah.
going to say Tigers.
No.
All right, so Richmond, I just think they're going to fall off a cliff like nothing's ever been. I reckon that they could almost be as worse, if not worse, than the West Coast.
They will be worse than our 2018 side, guaranteed. They might only win a game, if that.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think, yeah,
Sorry,
we'll
Alexa.
get to the preview in a minute.
Nah,
Look, they had their time. Their supporters aren't going to be disappointed if they have a few seasons as salad dwellers, but
I
they're in
think
for
so.
some pain. We
Yeah,
know the pain that they're in for because we've sat through it.
Yeah, for
It's terrible.
quite a few years.
It's terrible. They had a record low membership for this year for like the last 5 years. Or
Yeah,
something.
but you know, I find it interesting
Fake.
to me. But like
Fake.
they weren't rocking up during the season, and then they rock up for one game.
Fake supporters, fake football club.
Have you heard if round one is potentially going to be sold out or not against Richmond?
I'm not.
'Cause that'd probably be
I'm
the
not
first one for a while.
I'm
where
not
it's
sure
not.
if it is. It's their home game, so
Oh, none of them are going to go.
I don't think it's going to be sold out. No.
Alex Saar's not going to go if he's 3-game membership. There'd be a lot of 3-game memberships
You reckon,
in
you
there,
reckon Sar's got a 3-gamer?
or none.
I'll ask him. Or none.
Okay. All right, let's go into some individual
Hold on,
honors.
just quickly on our top 8. Can we just go back quickly? So I had Geelong missing. I had Collingwood missing.
Yeah, that's
I had
surprising.
Melbourne missing. And they're probably the 3 that are standouts.
Well, I only had Collingwood and Melbourne missing.
No, you had Collingwood in there.
Sorry, no, Geelong. Oh, no, sorry, I only had Melbourne missing.
Yeah, I honestly, especially after what I saw today with the Pies, I think they're done.
Do you reckon they're done?
Yep.
Nah, I reckon they.
That's going to come back to bite me in the ass, but I think they're done. I hope they're done.
Yeah, I think they'll start off slow. That's what I think, and hopefully not hit their ground running round 4.
As we go through this in the chat, just chuck in your predictions as well as we go through the categories too.
I reckon we go into some individual honors.
Okay.
Before we get into some more
It's your
team
segment.
aspects
Did you
of
just
it.
open
So,
another beer?
yeah, you want?
Anyone that's watched the podcast in the previous years, everyone knows Jules just drinks like a fish.
All right, next one. Let's
great.
go into. Let's have a look here. Coleman. I reckon we have the same person.
I got Harry Mackay.
I got Harry Mackay as well.
Yeah, and I think he's going to kick 10 in round 1.
Yeah, and I think the reason being is, and we've spoken about it before, I reckon he's going to be closer to goal.
Absolutely, he'll be closer to goal.
So I think that's going
No
to be.
pinch hitting in the ruck. He's already won a Coleman before. He's going to be in a forward line that may not have Charlie in there as much, crowding his space. And I just think he's the guy. I think we've given him the keys.
Yeah, that's what I think as well.
And I think we've realised as well, just through open training and what I've seen in the pracky, I might be reading into this too much, but I think we've realised that Harry is most effective 30 metres and in. And I think maybe whether or not they saw what Jesse Hogan did last year, because that's where he did most of his damage for the Giants, was 30 metres from goal. It makes sense. Harry has become a much more reliable kick. I think he's shed those demons, right? He'll still have the odd one here and there, but it's not as bad as it was a few years back. But I still think that as a coaching staff, especially our forwards, our forward line coach, I think it's Jordan Russell.
Yeah.
I think just looking from the outside in, I wouldn't be surprised if they had a chat to say, look, it's where he's most effective. We know that he's most effective from 30 metres. I mean, why aren't we just keeping him there?
I don't know if it's because I think Charlie's most effective deep as well, but I think structurally and for the team cohesiveness, I feel like as if it's best for both of them to change it up. For Charlie to play higher up the ground. He's obviously got the aerobic capacity.
Well,
we all know that.
We think it's going to be 70-30 Harry-Charlie split in terms of who's deep.
Yeah. And
Harry being deeper a lot more than Charlie.
I think Charlie has the better delivery.
Yeah, 100%.
So, and we've seen him be able to unlock defenses with his precise kicking. Let's go with the Brownlow. I think we have the same person as well.
Dacos.
Yeah.
I know he's maybe pinged his hamstring today, or maybe it could have been a cramp. I'm not sure yet.
Do we know what time he actually? Because I was checking the AFL app because we were on the Jump and Punch show. So,
no, he did it in the third quarter.
Yeah, I know he did in third quarter, but it said out and on the app when I was checking.
They must have brought him off in the fourth because he was still playing in the third. So he must have brought him off in 3/4 time. Yeah. So he's done something. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. I hope it's not too long because he's a gun. You do like watching superstars. You don't want someone like that to be on the shelf. It'd be nice if he came back like round 5 or 6 or something. But like at the end of the day, you don't want a superstar like that on the bench. On the sidelines. I still think all he's got to do this year is play 15 games and he wins the Brownlow. He's that good. Yeah, he's a joke.
Yeah, I think so too.
He makes the game look so easy.
I don't think there's another player not like him as the same as him. I would say
I haven't seen a player like him since Gary Ablett.
Yeah,
just literally just makes footy look so easy.
Yeah, he's a stupid player. Rising star.
Okay, who'd you have?
I had Sid Draper.
Levi Ashcroft.
Okay.
Yeah. It would have been Jagger, but obviously not.
Yeah, I would have had Jagger too,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. I
Levi
just think
Ashcroft.
okay. I would have had Jagger only because I reckon he's the most consistent. He was the most consistent player.
I just think
at
he
that
was
level.
batting fifth in our midfield and he wouldn't have been tagged. He would have been able to run free. Like he would have had a game or two where he would have exploded and everyone would have noticed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think Levi Ashcroft is in a similar position. I don't think Sid Draper is. I think Sid Draper, if he even plays round one, I think he's coming into a midfield where he's going to have to take a bit of a load. The Adelaide midfield isn't that great. It's not their one wood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Levi Ashcroft wins the Rising Star.
Let's go Blues BNF.
No, I think we're done after this, are we not?
Yeah, and then we go into some more teams.
Okay. Cripps
Cripps.
for your sixth.
I'm going S. Walsh.
I hope he does.
Yeah,
I mean, we need Walsh to get back to his
think
best.
Body, we need him to get back to his best in order for us to. I'm talking like final series 2023.
Yeah,
if he's at that level, then we go very, very close in terms of winning the flag. Obviously, amongst other players stepping up too. In the like of TDK.
Radical Motivation has Chera winning the BNF, which I don't think is the worst call. I think I think he looks good.
He's close.
I think he looks good. He only played 57% game time last week. I think he had 21 touches, 10 contested or something. So yeah, I mean he's
and a goal.
I think with Chera and Walsh, you need them to have top 5 BNF years. Top 5. Has to be top 5.
If they have top 5, if the top 5 in our BNF.
Actually, who would your top 5 be? Who do you want your top 5 to look like?
In no particular order.
Yeah.
But if our top 5 are TDK, no particular order. TDK, Walsh, Weeders, Charlie, and one of Cripps or Chera, I reckon we've
had a good year.
Yeah, I reckon we definitely top 4, and I reckon even one step further than that.
I think in order, it'll be Cripps, Walsh, Wiedering. See, I don't think Charlie's in top 5 BNF this year. Just because I don't think he's going to have an 80-goal season. If I think the role that he's playing is going to be the role that he plays.
I think he can have more output in the role he's going to play in a team aspect.
Yeah,
and the coaches
that's
vote,
true.
So it's a bit different.
That's a good call. All right, so it's probably Cripps, Walsh, Wiedering.
I mean, if Harry wins the Coleman,
Charlie,
he probably gets.
And the one that I want to see in there, I'm not sure if he will, but the one that I think if he's in there, it means we've unlocked something from the back half is Sard.
Okay.
I'd love to see Sard have another All-Australian year this year. I actually think he's not a player we speak about a lot, but I think if we can let him off the leash again somehow, it will unlock some run from us for us from the back half that we haven't seen for a couple of years.
Yeah, I just don't know if I mean, I want to see it happen. I just don't seeing it happen.
There you go. Radical motivation of me tonight. We're on fire. He's gone Walsh, Chera, Cripps, Weeders, Sard.
Yeah, not because he's not capable. I just don't seeing the coaching staff sort of not allowing it, but I don't see that happening, to be honest.
We've got a question from Vasilandros, which I like this. Who will be our third leading goal kicker? Will it be a forward or midfield hybrid who will make up the 33 goals lost from Owies? Who's it going to be?
Motts.
It should be Motts.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be.
Yeah.
I think a Smokey, potentially, if he can keep his body right, is Orazio Fantasia.
Could do.
Yeah.
Could do. I just think he plays higher up the ground
he does,
a little bit.
But we know he can kick goals.
Yeah, no, definitely.
We've seen him kick goals throughout his career. I think he goes almost at, no, don't quote me on this. I was going to say a goal a game. Let me check this.
At the moment.
Across his career.
A goal a game.
I reckon I'm wrong.
No, it'd be less now, I reckon. But
no. 1.3.
1.3. What's Motts's? Because I reckon Motts is more than 1.3.
Yeah, it would be, I think, at this stage in his career. No, it's only 1.05.
1.05.
Yeah, because he had a shit year last year. But I think Fantasia at 1.3 a game across his career, if he can get his body right, why not? Why can't it be Orazio? as your third, and then we look at him and go, what a pickup.
Well, he obviously has it in him, and I reckon he's moving a lot more smoother around the ground too.
So I've given my Smokey as a top 5, which was Sard, right? If there was someone that's a bit left field that you're thinking, because we saw like Newman that year, a couple of years ago, finished second. Like there seems to be someone each year that jumps into the top 3 or top 5 of our BNF. Who's your Smokey? I've actually got another one, but I'll see if you
I've got one, but I actually don't have him in my. Well, I've got him in my 23,
For
but not
round
in
one.
my 22 for
Right.
round 1.
Yeah.
I know I'm sort of jumping the gun a little bit
It's all right.
here, but it's Elijah.
Mm.
Yeah, I just think he's got all the attributes to be that kind of player. And I had big rats on him.
You think he could
Going
finish
into-
top 5 as a Smokey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he can be that good.
But that's not the worst call. I mean, we saw what he could do last year.
And in terms of his draft class, he was highly regarded too.
I think Nick Haynes could finish top 5.
Nick Haynes.
Yeah. With the absence of Newman, I think Nick Haynes could have a huge year for us.
Do you reckon he has a better year than McGovern?
No, I'm not saying. Well, I'm saying he could. I'm saying he could. We know what he's capable of.
Yeah, of course.
At his best at the Giants, he was an All-Australian defender. I think Nick Haynes could have a huge year for us in his first year.
I think he's going to have a huge year, nonetheless.
and
I think he's that good.
I
but
just think
maybe not top 5 for
he's
me.
one that has the class that he's shown in the past to be able to finish in the top 5 in a BNF.
Okay.
So
I
I know that one was off the cuff, but
trying to think here. Let's go with runner-up and then premier, and then that wraps it
we
up.
haven't done those two yet.
Yeah.
All right, who's your runner-up?
Runner-up, I've got his GWS.
I got the Blues. And your premier? You going us?
Flaggers.
I'm the Giants.
Okay.
So we got the same grand final.
Yeah.
I think we can.
If we
I
make
really want to see us there. But no
where,
doubt.
do you know where it's played?
Yeah, it's played at the G.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, put it this way. The Giants have been there multiple times in the last 5 to 6 years at the G. Prelims, grand finals, and they've lost. And they've lost. And they've lost. Brisbane did the same thing. And it's a pattern that you've seen in footy for the last 25 years. There's a team that struggles and struggles and just falls short and just falls short. And then they get there and they know that that's their opportunity. And they know because they've felt that pain.
There's also a lot of teams who make it and then win it their first time as
Of
well.
course. Yeah, absolutely.
There's probably more often than not.
Absolutely. But even Richmond went through some years of pain, losing elimination finals for like 3-4 years straight before they made it.
Yeah,
right?
we've lost a prelim,
We
lost an
have
elimination.
made 2 final series. We stumbled in last year. So I barely call that us making it. We fell in.
Yeah.
The year prior, absolutely. We went on a run. We probably should have been there on the last day, being 5 goals up at quarter time in the prelim. If I take my Carlton hat off, which I don't do too often, I think we can make it. I really do. I can picture us being there this year. I really can. I just think, maybe it's me being a bit guarded. I just think we've got a few more lessons to learn.
Do you know what I like though? This is the first year that we've actually mentioned Carlton winning or obviously being there in the last
That you and
Saturday.
I have. Yeah, I
of
think Dan
September.
said Carlton last year, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he has as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is the first time we have.
Like I said off the top, I think we're a team that is either going to be very good or quite poor. I don't think there's an in between.
Yeah.
So if I'm being optimistic, I can see us being there at the pointy end. I think we make top 4. I think we lock in a home final, finishing second or first. I think we do in that first week. I think we roll into a prelim at the G, and I think we make it.
For me personally, and this is just how I think and how I sort of operate, I feel like as if we've had the consistency off the park and off the field now. We've had that consistency on field now in terms of personnel as well, and we've sort of added bits and pieces, and we've had some relative success over the last couple of years. Last year, I think, bar injury, I actually think we would have had the same more or less year to 2023.
Probably, yeah.
I think
we were
I
on
think,
track.
I
We were
think
on
so.
track.
We're
Yeah.
more than on track.
Yeah.
It's
fair call.
and obviously with injuries, obviously it was a bit diabolical in the end. I think that this is the year that we really push.
I hope I'm wrong, and I hope you're right. That's all I'll say. I still think, and we both said it, I still think we're going to be there on the last day. I think this is actually the year
I can't
that
wait.
we could do it.
I can't wait. until the last Saturday of September.
Yeah. Well, this is how I felt last year.
Clip this.
It's actually how
Mavros Studios, clip
it's
this.
how Dan and I both felt last year, and I think you're right. If we hadn't have had the injury run we had, we were probably on track. Probably on track.
All right.
What are we clipping? Make a statement. Go. It's your turn to make a statement. I usually make the statements.
Well, if you can infer,
What's your statement?
you can infer.
No. What's your statement?
Mate, we're not.
Say it.
We're not. The kids aren't primary school level. They're people that are watching. Yeah.
6 words. Say it.
I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
I don't need to say it.
No, because you want to clip it in that. Go.
I don't need to say it.
Jules is saying
I don't need to.
we're
say
going
it.
to.
I don't need to say it. That's 6
We're
words.
going to win the flag, is what Jules said.
Hey, you can put words in my mouth.
All right, we're going to do something here as well, off the cuff, that I thought about just as we started rolling. Let's go through the fixture. Let's just you and I. We actually do this every year.
You usually do.
In the chat as we go through this, okay? Give us your prediction for how many games we're going to win, right? So we can all say we're going to finish second or third or first or whatever it is, right? But just give us a prediction of how many games you think we're going to win. We're going to do this live, okay? We haven't done this pre-show, and if we disagree, Jordan, you've got the tiebreaker. All right. So we're going to go through round by round, all home and away games, and then we should roughly know where we're going to finish based on how many wins and losses. All right. Carlton Richmond, round 1, win. Carlton Hawthorn, round 2,
Win.
loss. He said win. All right. That's a win. So that's 2 wins. Carlton Bulldogs, win.
Yeah.
Carlton Collingwood, win.
I think we win. Yeah.
Yeah. Carlton Eagles, win.
Win.
Carlton North, win.
Win.
Carlton Geelong,
Where?
at the G.
Win.
Win. Adelaide Carlton.
Where?
Adelaide.
Lose.
Loss. You writing these down?
I'm just
You're just
telling.
writing down
I'm
the
just
wins.
telling. Yeah, I'm just telling the wins.
Carlton St Kilda at the MCG.
But I'm telling him my wins.
No,
I'm telling
you
yours.
should tell. If
Yeah,
Jordan
yeah,
came
yeah.
in and had
But,
the type.
No. But yeah, no,
That's
I'm
right.
telling that. So 2v1. If
No.
we win, it's a win.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
That's
and
what
that's a
I'm
win.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Round 9, Carlton St Kilda at the MCG.
Win.
I think that's a win. Carlton Sydney at the SCG. Loss.
Lose.
Carlton Giants at Marvel.
Win.
Loss. That's a loss. Carlton Essendon. Win.
Win.
West Coast Carlton.
Win.
Carlton North. Fuck, we got West Coast North twice. I didn't even know. North.
Win again.
That's round 15. Round 16, Port Adelaide Carlton at Adelaide Oval. Loss.
I think in recent history,
It's a
we've
loss.
done well there.
It's a loss.
We won last time.
We've won like 2 games at the Adelaide Oval in our history. It's a loss.
Yeah, but Adelaide Oval has
You're
only
saying win?
been. I'm saying win.
That's a win. You reckon Port Adelaide are going to crumble, Jordan? Oh, Josh Carr's going to come in early. All right. I don't mind that. Carlton Collingwood.
Mate, we need to give you a mark next time.
Carlton Collingwood. Second time around. Loss.
Yeah, I reckon
I'm
that's
saying it's 1-1.
50-50.
I'm
Yeah.
saying it's 1-1. Loss.
Yeah.
Carlton Brisbane at Marvel.
Win.
Loss.
Okay.
Win. Jordan. Carlton Melbourne. Win.
Yeah, win.
Hawthorn Carlton at the G.
I reckon it's a split.
Oh, I'm happy to go with the split there. Nah, I actually think we lose twice to the Hawks. I just think they're a bogey side for us. I don't think we match up well against us. I think it's a loss.
All right.
It's a loss, yeah.
Yep.
Carlton Freo in
Win.
Optus and at Perth.
Win.
Yeah, we're good there. They're our bunnies. They're still our bunnies. I don't care how good they are. Carlton Suns at Marvel. Win.
Win.
Carlton Port at Marvel. Win.
Win.
Carlton Essendon. Win.
Win.
All right. So in the chat, we've got a couple that came through. Aiden Sire, 14 wins. Radical Motivation, 17-6. What did we have?
We had 18-5.
There you go. That there is top 4. That's top 4.
That's not just top 4. That's 1 or 2.
That's at least third. It depends how good.
18.
It depends how good. Yeah, it depends how good you 1 and 2 are.
What was the top 4 this year and last year? Not this year, last year. 2024, 2023.
Yeah, it was their
Because I think
win-loss.
that's an indicator.
Actually, yeah, their win-loss was 6 and 7. 6 losses and 7 losses. So
Yeah.
Sydney and Port. So
Yeah.
yeah, it could be 1 and 2. Absolutely. So if we have an 18 win year, no problem. Lou Felino, 18 wins as well. Big T. A few new ones in the chat tonight. It's good to see. Welcome, everyone. If this is your first time watching us on the live chat, Big T is another top 5 that he wants from us. Top 5 beers. Can you do it off the top of your head? I can.
Beers?
Yeah.
Nah, I can't go.
Can you give us top? Give us
I
top
just
3.
drink.
Give us the top 3. Give us the top 3. I can only say Asahi products, but they are only Asahi products anyway.
I like a Moondog ale.
Yep. So go 3, 2. Just go 3, 2.
Oh, man, I don't know. I'm not in any particular
All
order.
right, no particular order. Go top 5 beers.
Oh, actually, yeah. All right. So I'll go Australian beer. I'll go Australian, Italian, and Spanish. So
No, just okay.
yeah,
You're saying your best of each.
yeah, but just top one.
Yeah, that's right. Your best.
So Moondog Pale of each country.
It's your best. Yeah.
So
Top 1.
that's enough.
Actually, I'll have another.
So Moondog Pale Ale.
Yeah. That's the Australian one.
That's the Australian one.
Pale ale.
Yeah, pale.
Okay.
Then for Italian, I'm going to go. It's a tough one because I like Mediterranean. But I also love. I also like Moretti. Yeah.
Moretti, yeah.
So it's hard.
Spanish. Stay Galicia.
Yeah. So yeah, have to.
Top 5 beers. Undisputed.
VB.
No, I'll go. Can I go top 5? Top 5. Undisputed. Right. And they are all Asahi CB products because we make the absolute best beers in the world. Number 5.
Just wait. If that doesn't give us a sponsorship, I don't know what does.
Number 5. Bolter XPA.
No Bolter.
No, Bolter. Bolter XPA, number 5. Number 4.
That's different bot from you because you don't really drink like.
No, I don't. And that's
Yeah.
why it's in my top 5. I don't drink pale ales, but
Yeah.
I like a Bolter XPA, which is
Okay.
why it's in my top 5. Number 4, Asahi. Just straight Asahi.
It's
Easy to drink.
yeah, it's
Very
very
easy
not
to drink.
watery, but
Number 3.
yeah, it's the people that can't drink.
Number 3, Carlton Dry.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Again, because it's easy to drink.
Easy drink. Every
Okay.
man's beer.
Yeah.
Number 2. That right there.
In a long neck.
Oh, long neck's even better. In a bottle, even better. But a VB, number 2.
Yeah.
Number 1. And I'm going to say this. This isn't because I work for them. This has nothing to do with that.
But your top 5 is who you
No.
work for.
But this would be, regardless of who I work for,
He wants a pay rise. We get it.
regardless of who I work for, right? The best beer in the fucking world. We've drank a lot of beers around the world. Yeah. We've
Yeah.
traveled a lot. We've drank a lot of beers.
Yeah.
The number 1 beer in the entire world on the planet is a Carlton Draft off the tap from the tank.
You reckon?
Absolutely.
Okay, fair enough.
It is. I swear to you, I have drank beers.
To be honest with you, I actually never
I've drank so many different beers in so many different countries. Czech beer's fantastic. German beer's fantastic. I come home to go to a pub and get a cold Carlton Draft off the tap.
I never knew we were
It's so good.
I never knew we were a brewery podcast.
No,
But apparently we are.
They asked us in the chat. See, Big T, Carlton, he loves it. Loves it.
Your top 2 is Carlton. You know that, yeah?
Hey?
Your top 2 is Carlton. It was Carlton Dry and then Carlton
No,
Draft,
Carlton
no?
Dry was 3.
What was your second?
VB was
Oh, yeah, true.
Big
Still
T.
in Victoria.
Radical motivation. This is very good. Someone asked about what the top 5 jerky brands would be. There's only one, 3099. But radical motivation. I said, rumor has it Luke Says is starting a jerk brand. That's very good. He's on fire tonight.
No
in the chat.
comment.
That's very good. All right, that was a bit of fun. All right, now that's the season preview done. We're going into round 1. We're rolling in. That's
Yeah,
it.
into a
Thursday night.
preview.
Thursday night, 7:40 p.m.
The weather is going to be unbelievable, as well.
unbelievable, yeah.
Like the next week in general. But
March-
for footy,
March the 13th,
For Thursday night footy.
2025. Yep, 7:40 p.m. at the home of football. The season opener, not the traditional season opener, the season opener. Carlton versus Richmond at the MCG. I am now very excited for footy. Very, very excited. I'm like itching to get there on Thursday now. I don't know about you, but I hadn't really thought about it too much until like the last week, and now I'm fanging for it.
I'm looking forward to the walk there.
So good. Freshly cut grass in Yarra Park.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Just from the pub, just
oh.
yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
I'm looking
yeah.
forward to Swan Street.
Where are we going before we go? The Royal. Do you know? No, we're not going to the Royal.
Nah, surely we just go to the precinct or they usually go to the corner hotel, really.
The corner or the Postie?
I'll go to the Postie as well.
Postie.
Yeah.
I think Postie would be nice if we got there early enough.
I think the corner hotel by the time we get there, it's going to be packed.
Actually, that's true. I'm
So-
gonna get in early on Thursday. So if you can get in early, let's go to the corner.
I'll see if I can leave early.
Leave the kids to fend for themselves.
I do it sometimes. They're good. Hey, to be honest, I actually got them nailed.
I do it sometimes. What the fuck?
Mate, they're a very, very, very well drilled organization.
Jules is a primary school teacher. I already got that
Are my
worked out.
students. If Carlton were the same, we'd win 10 premierships in a row.
It's funny.
So let's go. Are we going to go into our round 20 or round
No,
one?
we're going to do a
our
preview.
22?
So we're going to do our preview as we usually do. We're back in our proper rhythm. Before we get into analysing the opposition, and then we'll do our best 23
Okay.
to finish off. Memories against Richmond.
Well,
Actually, last time we played was what? I think it was round 13 or 14 last year. Smoked them.
yeah, it
by like
wasn't
70
even,
points.
wasn't even close.
That was good. Good win.
Obviously,
others?
the Doc, goal was good when he did come back a couple of years ago.
2022.
That's always good.
Yep.
That obviously rings a bell. The elimination final was
Yep.
that 12 or 13?
13.
13. That's obviously one in the memory books as well.
2002. Round 16 or 17 or something.
He's done his
No research. It's from the memory bank. I was there.
he's done his homework.
Sitting in the pocket with my dad, my mum, and my sister. It was round 17, 16, 18, something like that. And I got a very vague memory of it, but we won by a point. 82 to 81 or 83 to 81. I think I even remember the score. I'm going to check
Who
this.
had the most touches?
Well, I couldn't tell you that.
Oh, come on, Joe.
But yeah, I think it was 2002.
The only other memory I have, and to be honest with you, I reckon my Zeal, so my uncle, has it. I don't know, not framed, but
round 14,
well,
2002,
how much?
86 to 85.
Okay.
We won 3 games that year. That was our second win.
What year was that?
2002. Straight after salary cap breaches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who had the most touches for Carlton that day?
Kuda.
The highest possession getter that day for us was 19. And it was a tie between Adrian Hickmott and Andrew Mackay. Corey McKernan kicked
Wowie.
5 on the day. Fev
Yeah.
barely got a touch.
Well, he was young. He would have been 20.
Yeah.
Another memory that I've got is my uncle or my Zeal,
Oh, yeah.
I call him. I don't know if it was the front, but it was definitely the back page of their Herald's son just putting the bird and just having a go and a massive spray at Richo at the G. I would have been a Friday or Saturday night, dripping wet.
Yep.
He
He was on the back page of the Herald Sun.
Yeah.
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 I remember
I'm
that.
going back 25 years. It would have been late 90s, early 2000s.
I've got another one, 2003. I was there
Okay.
that day. It was when the MCG was still having that stand done. Remember when it was empty?
Yeah.
We won by 7 points that day. I remember Richo having an absolute sook for half the day. We won by 7 points. And I think Fev kicked a few. No, it wasn't Fev. Justin Murphy kicked 5.
No way.
Yeah. Kicked 5 that day.
I just remember Justin Murphy 99. This is all
Holding up the ball.
This is when I picture him.
Yeah,
This is what I
that was
picture.
round 12, 2003. I remember being there.
Yep.
Yeah, a few memories against the Tigs. And we're about to create a fantastic one. I can tell you for a fact.
It should be a bloodbath.
It will be.
Like in honesty, it should be.
It will be.
I know I mentioned it earlier on the Jumping Match show that it should be 60 at a minimum. That's being very, very generous.
And then what about the second half?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It
Genuinely.
should be. I mean, we were talking about it pre-show. How many of their players would fit in our best 22? And there was only 2 or 3 that we could probably mention. So, and and that's even with the list that we currently have available. So I think it should be. Will it be? Don't know. We'll see Thursday night. But if the last pracky goes to, or if anything if we're going to go by our last pracky game in terms of the input and effort that we, or the output and effort that we did put in, we should put a lot past them. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. If we can kick, I think we can put 150 on the scoreboard on Thursday.
I think so too. Yeah. Because to be honest, they have obviously Bolter missing. They have, what's the other key defender? Premiership. Grimes missing as well. So in terms of like key posts down back, and this is why Harris should have a field day. They do have a few missing through the midfield too. They don't have much, if not anything, up forward as well at the moment in terms of being available. So, yeah, I mean, when you have like 9 draft picks, so
yeah, they're going to have a few debutants. They're going to have a lot of inexperience. New system. They were bad last year, and they've lost Dusty.
Well, Dusty, Bolton.
Yeah. No, it's right. Bolton as well. Liam Baker, Jack Graham. So, yeah, look, I don't like to give too many guarantees, but we're winning on Thursday. That is the guarantee. Yeah. 100%.
What are we paying on sports?
That's just what I think it's like 9 to 1. It's like 9 to 1 or 10 to 1.
Yeah.
For the Tigers to win. Yeah. I think it is going to, but there will be a point in the game. If it's anything like
do you reckon they'll do this?
If it's anything like the white flag, if it's anything like their match sim against Collingwood, I think there'll be a point in like the third or maybe late in the second. They'll give a yelp, I think, to start. I think they're going to be fired up to try and prove a point. It's just not going to sustain. And I think there'll be a point in the third, maybe early fourth, where there's just going to be a procession of goals. Like we're going to be walking them in, genuinely walking them in.
Yep.
And I'm not even going to celebrate. I feel bad.
I don't.
No, we owe them a few years of hurt in this opener.
Yeah, I
actually can't wait for the day where like we can't, because with us in Richmond, it's always kind of been one's piss poor, the other's top 4 and hunting for flags. Like for the last 25 years, it feels like really. So I can't wait for the day where like that season opener, we're both going to sort of line up as either like finals contenders or top 4 contenders or flag contenders, and it's just going to be jam packed to the rafters. That'll be.
It's usually pretty packed anyway. No,
it is usually, but the atmosphere will be like
more electric.
Oh yeah. That'll be a good day.
Yeah,
but until then, let's just slap the pants off them.
Yeah,
which I think we'll do on Thursday.
Yeah, I don't think it should be a close game.
There's honestly, there's no player on their team that I look at that can go and hurt us.
Yeah, well, I mean, in terms of player that from their 44, 45, however the list is these days, I'd only take 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So if that's the case,
yeah. I mean, Jaden Short, you know what, to be fair, Jaden Short is one I think we need to look out for. He can be damaging in terms of meters gained and territory and all that sort of stuff. I'm not scared of Tim Turano. I think he wastes the footy a lot.
Yeah.
Jacob Hopper hasn't really been himself since he left the Giants. I hope Sam Lawler plays. Lawler plays. That'd be good to see him.
Is he right with his jaw?
Well, he was training. He was in non-contact drills at training.
Do you reckon he'll just suit up with a brace or whatever it's
called,
a helmet
or a
mask or something?
I don't know, something. It'd be nice to see him play. I'm not sure he will, but it would be good. Yeah, and I mean Tom Lynch if he plays, but apparently Aiden Sir in the chat said he's done a quad.
Yeah, I heard he's done too.
So
yeah,
I just don't see anything. All right, to finish off, best 23 for round 1. We're not going to do this every week, but I thought it'd be good to just see who we're going to roll in with for our first hit out of the season.
Yeah.
So let's go. You're going to take this?
6.
Yeah.
No. So obviously,
and in the chat as we go through. So we're going to go through back 6, our center. So back 6 as a whole, our center line. So winger, center, winger. Our forward 6, our ruck line, and then our interchange
and sub
and a sub. So as we go through, give us what your thoughts are on the structures as we roll, and what you think will happen.
And we'll mention it obviously on the way through too. So back 6, what do you have?
I think this is going to be identical.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah.
Oh, there might be one slightly different. Cowan, back pocket.
Yep.
Wiedering, fullback.
Yep.
Haynes, back pocket.
Yep.
Sard, half back.
Yep.
McGovern, centre half back.
Yep.
Jack Silvani, half back.
Okay. So the only difference that we have is Jack Silvani.
In the back pocket and Haynes on a half back.
No,
flank.
so I've got Ollie Hollins.
Okay.
in.
I did have Ollie initially, but I've just put him
Yeah,
on
so
the
I've
bench.
got him there instead of Jack Silvani.
Okay, so we had one difference.
Okay. So that's the only difference there. But I do have Jack in my side.
Yep.
Okay.
I just think we're going to see him start.
Yeah, no.
ACL,
I see him in
prodigal
the
son.
whether it's
He looked good in the pracky. I just think Voss is going to go out centre bounce, like for the first bounce, have a ball.
Yeah, I think
Cycle
it'll
in.
be the back 6 or 7. That's the back 6 or 7.
Yeah, agree.
Okay.
Agree.
But obviously we'll see whether you have Ollie Hollins in your side. Yeah. Okay. We'll go centre 6. Sorry, centre 3. I have Akers, Cripps, and Campriali, obviously with his debut, which was announced today.
Yep.
Yourself?
Akers, Cripps, Lucas.
Yep. Okay, I think that's pretty
So
straightforward.
that's the same. That if there's any lock
Yeah, that's
on one of these lines, that's the one.
I mean, Akers is going to
unless
play.
Unless Doc starts on a wing, but I just can't say it.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Lucas not on the ground, like in the 18. I can see that happening. But going off performance and output, and if you're going to reward someone, I think he has to start on the field.
Have you got a sub on that sheet?
Yeah. I already arranged my sub pretty much. EH. Okay. Forward 6, Joe.
I have got Cottrell, Kemp, Williams, half forward line. Motlop, Mackay, Fogarty, forward line.
Okay, so it's the same 6.
Yeah, okay.
I've just got Cottrell, Harry, and Fogg on the half forward line, and then Williams, Kemp, and Motlop in the as forwards.
Yep,
deepest.
Ruck line.
I reckon it'll be the same. TDK, Chera, Walsh.
Yep. Interchange.
I've got JSOS, Hewitt, Fantasia, Doc.
All right, so rather than JSOS on the bench, I'm just starting Ollie on the bench. But we've got the same 5. Who's your sub?
Elijah Hollins.
Hewitt.
Yep.
Ollie.
Yep.
Fantasia.
Yep.
Elijah. Doc the sub.
Okay, so it's the same 23.
It is?
It's the same 23.
Okay, there you go. Same 23 players. Yeah, I can't really see it being any other way, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, you got Doc a sub.
yeah. I just think it looks underdone.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I think.
And I just think he like with Ollie behind
I
the
can
ball.
see it going either way.
I think with Ollie behind the ball being able to push up to a wing, we've already got enough of that player out there to start with. And I think at 3/4 time, if we need some fresh legs, you bring Doc in to sit behind the ball, try and set us up. Not that we're going to need it, but I just think it's not a game where Doc needs to play. He's 32, 33 this year. Like, just give him a run in these games just to keep some legs under him, but don't risk him for 4 quarters against Richmond before.
Yeah, I think he plays. I reckon he'll stay on the bench and can come on and still play 70% game time. Yeah, I reckon Elijah Hollins. And the reason why I'm saying that is because in the 2 games, he didn't get much game time. Now, there hasn't really been much discussion like from the club in regards to Elijah Hollins. But going off last year, like as soon as his suspension was completed, he played pretty much instantly. But this year, and even in the games, like the practice games, he played. And then he missed round 1, 2, and 3, I think, from memory.
From suspension last year,
from the suspension. Then he played pretty much instantly. But this time around, he's been sort of a bit part player. Only played a half in both games. So I'm not saying he's on the outer, but obviously there's something there. There's something there. Whether it's off field or physically or body, whatever it may be.
I could see it.
There's something there, and
Yeah,
I think he's going to be sub.
Yeah,
and to be honest with you, I think if maybe a few others were available, potentially he could have missed.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know what it is, but yeah, I think there's something there.
We've got the same 23, regardless. Same 23 players going to be there on Thursday. I can't see it going any other way. Final prediction, give me a margin and give me a storyline for the game.
80
plus. 80 plus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whatever. And I don't know. Harry kicks 8.
Yeah. Well,
If that
we're
is a
basically
story.
the same like storyline. I think we're definitely winning by 10 goals. I think Harry kicks 10. I actually think he's going to kick 10.
Well, he should.
I genuinely think he's going to kick 10. There's no reason why he shouldn't. He's going to play on Tom Brown at times. He's going to play on fucking. I can't even name. I can't even name more than Tom Brown as a defender for them at the moment. Vlosten, Jaden Short,
I'd actually be surprised if Harry actually spends much time in the ruck.
Ben Miller. That's their key defender.
I don't think Harry will spend much time in the ruck because he doesn't need to.
No, he won't.
I reckon Cripps will like ruck around the ground.
And then
Yeah.
when it's in the forward line, Harry will be there. When it's in the back line, Weeders rucks. Or
Yeah.
McGovern or
No,
whoever. Or someone around the ball.
TDK
Yeah, or someone around the ball.
whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I think will happen.
Agree. I can't see him pinch hitting.
Yeah.
Maybe JSOS.
Or maybe,
times.
yeah.
But yeah, I just think if this is the perfect opportunity for Harry to kick 10 in his career. I just think he can smell it.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it for another week. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, guys. From the beautiful Mavros Studios as we
Mavros Studios.
Mavros.
Yeah.
Dull Street, Preston. Get your jerky. Go to St. David Dairy in Fitzroy North.
Still waiting.
Buy your Vortep. And until next week, where we will have guaranteed.
I'm actually looking forward to it.
I am too. I've missed
Like
him.
it'd be like
missed
in the
him.
flesh. But even on Thursday night, I'm looking forward to for him being there too.
Yeah, agree.
To be
Agree.
more around
But
footy and
I
us.
am very much looking forward to having this space filled next week with our third member. And if he's not here, there's punishment
Nah, he'll be here. If you do see us Thursday pre-game,
at the
during
corner
game,
or the post,
whatever it is, wherever we are,
whatever.
come say hello. Joe always loves a chat. He blows.
No, I do love a chat.
Yeah.
Chat's good.
Yeah.
Jules saying that it sounds like you're keen to move you.
No, I just can't wait for the footy.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Thank you, everyone. We will see you next Sunday, same time. And until then,
Up baggers.